Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for organizing this timely and relevant conference. In this time of great geopolitical uncertainty, the question of food production and global distribution is of the utmost importance. The EU stands by Ukraine throughout this conflict and will continue to provide vital support to Ukraine and its people. Russia's barbaric war in Ukraine has sparked a global commodity price boom. This relentless aggression not only means more food shortages for suffering Ukrainians. It also means a supply disruption that affects the whole world, particularly lower-income countries that have to pay more for their basic food imports. Agri-food traders in the EU need to assess the risks carefully and decide how they can provide the most effective support. The European Commission communication on food security, published last week, will provide guidance for short and medium-term planning. It highlights the need for resilience and diversified supply chains. Short-term emergency measures are important, but they do not replace the importance of refocusing the agricultural food sector towards sustainability and resilience as a way to cope better with future crises. Therefore, reconciling openness and sustainability is a challenge all sectors of the economy must meet. Getting the balance right is critical for our future growth prospects, as well for meeting our ambitious climate and sustainability targets. Openness remains a pillar of our economic performance. This is certainly true for trade in agri-food and commodities. EU agri-food trade reached a record of €328 billion in 2021, resulting in a total agri-food trade surplus of €68 billion. This impressive performance is creating jobs and growth for our people, particularly in rural areas where this is badly needed. Openness is also vital for our climate and sustainability plans. We have a Green Deal with binding targets, but an ambitious climate plan at home is not enough. Real change can only happen when we also encourage the global partners to change. This is where the true strength of the global network of trade deals comes into play. Of course, with openness comes interdependence. Therefore, we need to manage our supply chains carefully. They should be open, well-functioning, and resilient. This is how we reap the benefits of trade while addressing our vulnerabilities. I share the view of Member States expressed at the February Council that coherence between the Green Deal, Common Agricultural Policy, and the EU trade policy should be strengthened even further. We are not starting from scratch. We already have legislation in place that addresses global concerns and applies to imported products. And the EU is also promoting sustainability through its bilateral trade deals. We do this via trade and sustainable development chapters. We are mindful of the fact that TSD chapters have the potential to do more, particularly on climate and sustainability outcomes. This is why we are carrying out a dedicated review of the 15-point TSD action plan and enforcement of trade agreements. We will also continue to engage in multilateral fora and in international standard-setting bodies to promote our sustainability agenda. Multilateral standards are the most effective tool to support the global transition towards sustainable food systems. We also need to update global trade rules to reflect current market and policy realities. We are therefore working constructively with other WTO members in a lead-up to the 12th WTO Ministerial Conference. As you know, we are currently assessing the rationale and legal feasibility for applying health and environmental standards to imported agricultural and agri-food products. Whenever the EU will consider applying such measures to imported products, it will be done in full respect of WTO rules, notably the principle of non-discrimination and proportionality, aiming to avoid unnecessary disruption of trade. Let me thank CELCAA for the contribution provided to the call for evidence, for which we received around 160 submissions. The replies have shown that stakeholder community is quite divided around this issue, and I invite you to participate in future discussions. To conclude, I'm convinced that with the right mix of measures, we can continue reaping the benefits of openness while making our food systems more sustainable and more resilient. Thank you.